Shalom, I take all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and double honors the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us His word. I just got this this article out of CitizenFreePress.com. Basically, it's talking about Zelensky. He's the Ukraine president. He's talking about how the U.S. is going to have a draft. You know, and that's the scriptures talk about the husbands. These wives won't have husbands because they're going to be shipped off to the war. So yeah, there's going to be a draft here in America as well. It says U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters to die. Basically, it's just a bunch of tweets that this Zelensky put out, or a tweet that this guy put out, basically talking about what he said. It says Zelensky warns the U.S. what will happen if Ukraine loses. The U.S. will have to send their sons and their daughters exactly the same way as we are sending our sons and daughters to war, because it's NATO that we're talking about, and they will be dying. Yes, another guy posted it. If Ukraine loses the war, Russia will invade NATO member states. Yeah, if the Ukraine loses, then Russia's going to invade the NATO member states. And the U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way we are sending our sons and daughters to war. And they will have to fight because of NATO, because it's NATO. And they're dying. So, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So, everyone knows it. We're one step closer, Yeah, first scripture, second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Well, you pray to Yahweh Shai. Well, read one scripture up, it says, what was me? Who will deliver me in those days? And we know that now. Yahweh Shai is going to deliver, his men. Yahweh Shai is going to protect his men in those days, man. But you dropping down to verse 32, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So these women aren't going to have no husbands out here, man, because they're going to be shipped off to this war right here, and probably other wars that are going to be popping off over in the Middle East, And also here in America, America's going to get invaded. Ezekiel 38:10, thus saith the Lord power, it shall come to pass. It shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, and all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil, and to take a prey, and to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, and dwell in the midst of the land. Yeah, so it's talking about the invasion of America, the land of unwalled villages, man. This place is going to get invaded, This is a land of unwalled villages because, this place has never been invaded. There's no protection. There's no walls. In the ancient world, you had these large walls that would cover up the city for protection. America has no walls, no defenses, really. Anybody can just come in and take it. America's never been invaded. This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O daughter, or virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, take the millstones, grind meal, uncover thy locks, make the blade, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I'll meet thee as a man. So when Yahushua comes back, you know, he's talking to America, oh virgin daughter, because there's never been any real wars, any major wars fought in America, you know. Hence the virgin daughter has never been touched, so to speak. You had a few battles here and there. You had the Civil War, but it's never really been a major invasion. But there is going to be an invasion right here, man. I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, man, to take a spoil, you know. So yeah, man, it's all bad, obviously, men are gonna have to stay back to fight that war, man, to fight these invaders. And you see all types of they are reporting on Russian submarines off the coasts and all that. I believe a couple of Russian fighter jets were intercepted up there in Alaska, flying around. So yeah, we're coming close to that time, man. The last scriptures are Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Yeah, some of yourselves where in the Middle East, man, for that world war, man. It's the Most High's determination, to gather these nations together, man. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. For there will I sit and judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. There in the Middle East, man. The valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. That World War III is going to be fought, man. I did a video where, there's going to be so many dead bodies over there that the birds are going to have a feast, man. But yeah, because of all the death. But, yeah, I just wanted to bring this out real quick, Zelensky's predicting that, the U.S. will have to send their sons and their daughters to die, We read in Ezra's, the virgins shall mourn, the women shall mourn, having no husbands. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, man. Here, the multitudes in the valley of decision. Yeah, with that, shalom.